so wonderfully committed to helping our kids.
Yali, thank you. I was asked by Yali and the organizers to speak for 8 minutes, so feel free to time me. I won't go 8:01. You have a pad and pens at your table. If you could join me and write down this number, 1440. Every day in Santa Clara County, the heart of Silicon Valley, 1,440 kids in our foster care system endure another day without a permanent placement. 1,440 kids. True confession. I'm motivated to be with you today for entirely selfish reasons. My wife Leslie and I want to personally lower that number of 1,440 to 1,439. But more about that in a moment. Officially, I was invited here today as President and CEO of the Silicon Valley Leadership Group, an association of 405 innovation economy employers, from global iconic brands that are engaged in this important effort to scrappy startups struggling to survive. We were founded 40 years ago by David Packard, the co-founder of Hewlett-Packard. And when he challenged his peers with a rallying cry to start our organization, his words still resonate today. Our job as CEOs is not to sit on the sidelines and either cheer or jeer. Our job is to get into the game and move the ball forward. That's my podium. Silicon Valley is an interesting place. Santa Clara County alone is home to nearly 2 million people. And within a block walk of Adobe Systems' worldwide headquarters, and a few hundred yards of the Stanley Cup qualifying San Jose Sharks, I couldn't resist that, is our Santa Clara County Department of Family and Children's Services. We're a valley of great wealth with great need, of unlimited opportunity and unbelievable poverty, of game-changing innovation and old-fashioned filing systems. It's why we need a three-pronged approach to support and strengthen our foster care system. First, we need a system change of reform and revolution. Allow me to provide a first-hand perspective. 6 months ago, and I'm going to get a little personal here, so please forgive me. 6 months ago, my wife Leslie and I, along with our 11-year-old daughter Jessica and 7-year-old daughter Sienna, made the family decision to enter into our county's outstanding but incredibly impacted foster adopt program. Now, our 11-year-old daughter Jessica was born the old-fashioned way by two married people who are really attracted to each other. Our 7-year-old daughter Sienna came to us a little differently, as we adopted her at 1 day old from a small town in Ogden, Utah. And when we walked into the hospital room to adopt Sienna, her very brave, wonderful 17-year-old mom, who already had a 2-year-old at home, who was living in a HUD 1-bedroom apartment with her 15-year-old sister, who also had a 2-year-old at home, and their aunt. And that brave mom, without a high school diploma, without a job, without a steady relationship, was brave enough to entrust that little life to us. We've now been in the foster adopt system for these past 6 months, and our paperwork is almost complete. And I want to use that term intentionally, paperwork. From the December date of our first orientation to our final home visit in mid-April of this year and evaluation, the process has been a paper trail. Pages and pages of applications completed by pen and paper. 3 rounds of intense, multi-hour interviews, all captured not on a tablet or captured with speech recognition technology for accuracy and efficiency, but written in longhand. I assume to be typed up and transcribed later. Let me make my next point exceedingly clear. Every person with whom we've interacted from the front desk receptionist to the social workers providing our 6 Saturday training sessions to our long-term caseworker. Each person has been amazing, caring, creative, competent, committed. Social workers who have the best interests of foster kids, families, and care providers at heart. But they've been locked out or priced out from the tools they need to more accurately and efficiently do the job that they love to do. Now, why does that matter? Not because 2 impatient, type A, Silicon Valley would-be foster parents want a placement quicker, but because there are 1,440 kids living in circumstances that none of us would find acceptable as the process goes on. Technology is a tool that can help rebuild families and rise up foster youth more quickly. Second, access. Our foster youth need access to the technology we're creating daily in Silicon Valley. And I'm honored to join Yali and the Pritzker Foundation again to announce the new California campaign to provide a laptop for every foster youth aged 16 to 21 in California. Now, can a $282 technology investment help change the life of a foster youth? Yes. As iFoster and Foster Care Count's recent study found, 9 out of 10 U.S. teens have access to a computer. Almost 8 out of 10 poor U.S. teens have access to a computer, but for foster youth, it's barely 2 in 10. With a laptop, grades and class attendance go up. Self-esteem and life satisfaction go up. Depression and suicidal tendencies go down. Laptops aren't a panacea to complex problems, but access to technology is a powerful path forward. Help us grow this effort into a national movement. Now, I think it's important in life to put our wallets where our words are. So Leslie and I will commit to funding 1 laptop a month for each of the next 6 months to take us through to 2017. Third, I know you're clapping because you're going to join me in doing so. Third, exposure. I love Sixto's 3-mile radius comment. I don't know what my 11-year-old Jessica and my 6-year-old Sienna will grow up to be, let alone the foster daughter we hope to soon welcome into our family. But we are committed to expose and excite them about science, technology, engineering, music, the arts, and math. I'm thrilled to share that as part of a Clinton Global Initiative commitment, our nonprofit leaders at Teen Force, Silicon Valley Children's Foundation, and Hack the Hood are providing our high school age foster youth the job, life skills, and training with our tech companies to place them in real, paid STEM summer internships. Now, last night at 10:30 p.m., I caught the red-eye flight from California to beautiful North Carolina, switched planes, flew to D.C., and arrived at 10 o'clock this morning. Why? Because I believe change is critical and necessary. Our nonprofit partners have spearheaded interest from several of our top tech leaders, Adobe and Box, Bank of America and Comcast, Deloitte and Google, HP Enterprise and Intuitive Surgical, Microsoft and Oracle, Salesforce, SanDisk and Symantec, TI, TechCU, and Western Digital. These companies have stepped forward in our organization. One, because how can we leverage technology to assist our cash-strapped social service providers? 2, how can we provide computers to all of our kids in foster care? And 3, how can we partner with our nonprofits like Teen Force and Silicon Valley Children's Foundation to provide jobs and summer internships to kids in high school? Going back to the numbers, 50,000 foster youth in California, 400,000 in the United States of America. it would be easy to feel overwhelmed by the magnitude of our mission. Stanislaw Lech once said, "No snowflake in an avalanche ever feels responsible." The fact is, when it comes to lifting up our foster youth, we are all responsible, and we all have a role to play. Let's not think of today and tomorrow as just 2 days of innovation and inspiration. Let's build on these 2 days to change the future of foster youth across our nation. Thank you for having me with you.